my fellow comic book collectors, it's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 5 of this collections unboxing. Last time, I hope you checked out part 4 because it's kind of the bigger part. it's a pretty big collection that I picked up there, but this is still going to be a cool collection. It's these books, not as many, but it's actually 2 collections. One is actually finishing off a collection that I showed earlier, which is Leave It to Binky. I picked up a few more issues from the run from my comic shop, and I thought, hey, I'll show those in this one. But also the second part of this video will be Archie, a collection that I picked up as well. So let's get into it. We're going to start out with the very last issue of Binky. Leave It to Binky was actually a pretty long-running series for DC. As I was mentioning in a previous video, DC really wanted to capitalize on the success that Archie had, but it never quite got there. You know, Binky was, you know, an okay character, but he just didn't have the, the appeal that Archie did. He was goofy and all that kind of stuff, but he just they didn't quite capture that magic. But still, it was a long-running series. It ran 71 issues, and this is the last issue, number 71, which ran right into the Silver Age. It's 15th center. So right at the end of the Silver Age. And you can see it's almost like, you can see the fashion is changing, like that late 60s, early 70s look. And so that was the last issue. And that cover was by Henry Strapelli. And then we got, this is Bill or Bob Oskner cover. I just thought this was a really great cover, so I picked this up as well. I thought just really great Good Girl art for this one. Probably one of the best covers in the run, actually. I really like this one. Just the way the girl's done is really good. Okay, so that's Binky number 63. Leave It to Binky number 63. And then we have number 62, where she's jet skiing. But without the jet ski. It's like it's water skiing without the motorboat, I should say. Faster, Binky, faster. It's kind of cute. So yeah. So those are a few more that I'm adding to my Leave It to Binky collection. And these next ones are some cool Archie ones. So the first one is Archie 139. You can see how long running of a title this was. And he's saying, you know something, Betty? These sunglasses you gave me are pitch black. And so she can't see a thing. All these pretty girls are walking by. I think her hat was really unusual. I think my mom had something similar back in the 60s, which is kind of funny. I don't know why people would wear those kind of weird hats, but that was the thing. That was the fashion of the time. So like those straw hats, they were like woven like straw hats. Very odd. Then we have Archie's Laugh Out Joke book. This one was a bonus. The guy that I bought the other one from, he threw this one in, so it was kind of a bonus. It says bonus on the back. This is a cute one. Ethel, what kind of second-hand items are you most interested in? And she says boyfriends. So she's kind of like the ugly Ethel girl. She's sort of skinny, bow-legged, not so pretty looking girl. So yeah, so that's Archie's joke book number 167. And the other one I got was Archie 157, another one with bikini covers. You'll notice a theme. I got a bunch of bikini covers. I've been trying to get the complete collection of bikini covers for Archie. So yeah, this one is something. Sometimes I think this boot craze has gotten out of hand because they're all wearing boots. And now there's only 2 more, but the next one is kind of a special one. So I was trying to find the first appearance of a character from Archie, and I thought it was the book that I had shown in a previous unboxing series, where Betty basically takes on the character persona of Super Teen, and she's going around, beating up bad guys and stuff like that. And I think it's interesting because Archie, as a comic title and as a comic company, it started out as MLJ, and they, their Pep comics had different superheroes in them, like the Hangman and the Shield. There was characters that they had that were superheroes, and then in Pep number 22, you had Archie appear for the first time as like some backup story, and that was common. Like you'd have like often with superhero titles, you'd have backup stories that were comedic, or horror titles with comedic backup stories, or crime with comedic backup stories. A lot of the comics back in the golden age were anthologies, and it was very common to have multiple genres in one book, and it was very uncommon to have books all one way, all with the same character throughout the whole entire title. That changed over the years, but really it was Superman #1 that was the first book devoted to a single character. And Archie for Pep really changed the focus. It was very quick that they realized that Archie was the dominant character, the most popular of the characters that they had. And they basically had to give up the superhero stuff and focus more on Archie. And you get the Archie #1 appearing, and then the title of Pep goes from being a superhero book to an Archie title. And they even changed the name of the company from MLJ to Archie Comics. So that's how important of a character Archie was. And I think this character, this Super Teen, was kind of an interesting, almost tip of the hat to its former self of being a superhero title, where they bring these characters, and it's almost full circle, where they have them being superheroes for a little while. And it's not that they really did much with them as superheroes. They appear a few episodes in the comics as superheroes, but I think it's cool. And she's kind of a cute superhero. So this is where she makes her first appearance as Super Teen. So Betty as Super Teen. So it's like introducing Super Teen, the mightiest heroine of them all. And this is Betty and Veronica, number 118, the very first appearance of Super Teen. And the last book that I have to show was, I was looking for that one, and then I ended up finding something totally different that's also 118. So I found that one, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. I got the first appearance of Super Teen. It's actually a pretty cool cover too. It's got, robot cover, and she's like beating up all these things. Just really cool cover. And even has a little bit of almost like Green Goblin or something like that. And Scarecrow and stuff. It's actually pretty cool. But as I was searching for that on My Comic Shop, you can see this was bought from My Comic Shop, another Betty and Veronica 118 came up that I thought was really cool, and it was so cheap. I was like, why is it so cheap? I will have to pick it up. So it was, this is Betty and Veronica, not the first series, but the second series, 118. I just thought that this is a great mummy cover. This is really cute. So Veronica, you said we were both going to dress like mummies. Silly me, I forgot to buy enough bandages. She kind of made herself look very sexy as a mummy. So just a really cute one. This is cover by Dan DiCarlo and Allison Flood. So yeah, it's just I thought it was a really cute cover. I like Dan DeCarlo. So yeah, just a nice little sexy Betty and Veronica. So sometimes that's what happens. You're trying to buy one thing and then you end up getting something totally different. But I thought this was a cute cover. And 9.8. Hey, can't go wrong with that. And it's white pager, of course, because all books at this era are white pagers. But it's definitely a cool book from 1997. And it's a direct edition. So yeah, so that was this Archie collection. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. The next one is going to be modern books, actually, but you don't want to miss it because what I'm going to be showing is actually super cool. It's super cool. I learned about it and I was like, wow, this is so cool. That's going to be in the next one. So you got to stay tuned for that. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.